Now that the Moto 360 Sport has finally got on Android Wear 2.0, those of you still rocking Android Wear 1.5 might be wondering if it's worth the update. Let's find out. Wear 2.0 brings with it a lot of changes, both in terms of the overall design and the actual functionality. We'll start with the home screen. On Wear 1.5, swiping right did nothing. Swiping left opened up the app menu, another swipe showed you your favorite contacts, and a third swipe took you to voice controls. On Wear 2.0, swiping left or right changes the watch face. I don't know about you guys, but I don't change my watch face all that often. In fact, I've had this one for a few months now, so I think this is a pretty terrible feature. I keep swiping to open up the app menu, but end up changing my watch face instead. Now you might be wondering how to open the app menu since you can't swipe left to do that anymore. That's where the home button comes in. In Wear 1.5, the home button had a bunch of different controls. A single press when you were on the home screen turned the watch on or off. A double press turned on cinema or theater mode, and a triple press turned on maximum brightness. Finally, a long press of the home button opened up the app menu, accompanied by a very subtle vibration. All of that has changed with the update. In Wear 2.0, a single press of the home button opens up the app menu. The app menu itself has also gotten an overhaul. Apps are displayed in a curved list on a grey background instead of the bright white background of Android Wear 1.5. It's a welcome change, and the circular animation is buttery smooth, as is scrolling through the app menu itself. A single press of the home button closes the app menu and returns you to your home screen. A double press does absolutely nothing, but a triple press, on the other hand, also does absolutely nothing. So if you use the cinema mode and max brightness features a lot, be warned. A long press brings up another new feature of Android Wear 2.0, which is Google Assistant. It's pretty much Google now, but just darker and better, sort of like the Dark Knight was to the original Batman. Of course, OK Google works in both versions of Android Wear, although you will need to enable it in settings when you first upgrade to Wear 2.0. Speaking of which, Quick Settings got a nice update as well. In Wear 1.5, you had to deal with massive tiles, meaning you had to swipe around a few times to get to what you wanted. In Wear 2.0, the UI looks a lot more like your Android phone's Quick Settings. All the tiles are smaller and just a single tap away, making for much easier and much quicker access, hence the name. Perhaps the biggest update to the interface is what Wear 2.0 has done to the notifications. With Wear 1.5, you had to swipe through Google Now styled cards for all of your notifications. Swiping to the left would give you specific options depending on what application it was. For example, for WhatsApp, you could view your recent chat history, send a reply, block the app, or open it on your phone. And when it came to replies, you could either send it via voice dictation, via a preset message, or you could do what all the kids are doing these days and transcend the limitations of human language by sending an emoji instead. With Wear 2.0, notifications are full screen and they look much cleaner. There's now a curved scroll bar on the right, similar to what's found in the app drawer, which is meant to show you how many notifications you have. The bar actually stays the same size, regardless of whether you have one notification or 100. But with every notification you get, each swipe moves the bar less. Unlike Wear 1.5, where you swipe left to get to the different options, Wear 2.0 has hidden them right at the bottom of each notification. One new feature with Wear 2.0 is that you can type replies straight from your watch using the on-screen keyboard. It looks tiny, but it's actually pretty accurate. Well, most of the time. By default, notifications are set to quickly show up for 5 seconds before hiding, giving you full view of your watch face. But if you go into settings and change it so the notifications are always displayed, you get to see some more of Wear 2.0's fantastic animations. When the backlight is off, you'll see the notification with the clock at the top, but when you actually check your watch, the clock will disappear and the app icon will show up instead with a really nice animation. And the best thing about these always-on notifications is that Google Play Music's media controls are finally on screen, even when the display is off. As with Wear 1.5, if you want more controls, like turning the volume up or down, you'll still need to tap on the notification and enter the actual app. The last thing I want to talk about is battery. If you've still not updated to Wear 2.0, you might want to know how it affects battery life. I've had the update for just a few days so far, but I've not noticed any significant battery issues. In a typical day, which for me is from 4:30 in the morning to around 11 p.m, my watch would end the day with about 12% battery when it was running Wear 1.5. After the update, it's been ending the day with about 15%. It's not a huge change, and since I've only been using the watch for a few days, it's not really indicative of long-term effects either, but at least you know that the battery life suddenly isn't terrible with the update. Fair warning though, the update is not reversible, meaning that if you update to Wear 2.0, you cannot get back to Wear 1.5, so keep that in mind. For those of you who took the plunge and upgraded to Wear 2.0, how are you finding it? Do you enjoy it, or are you regretting every second? If you haven't upgraded yet, why not? Let me know in the comments below, and if you found this video helpful, please click on that like button and subscribe to my channel. This has been Zaeem Siddiqui from Zeus Reviews, over and out.